let's give her a name.
Sure.
Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think?
Bruh, I need you to chill with these Zero Escape references. I need you to chill, Iva. And I don't mean chill because frozen solid, I just need you to chill. Good day. Good people, it is another fine day in the year of the horizon, and you're here back with your United States Aviator, and welcome back to more AI the Somnium Files. We got some pretty heavy news about Iris. And honestly, this whole... I feel like we figured it out at the point of this to the most part. The only thing I don't feel like I actually know is who the actual original Cyclops killer is. Because I don't think it was 89. I don't. I guess we'll find out. Let's just go for it. Let's just continue, because that's not the focus right now. Iris and her brain tumor, let's talk about that. Tell me. How long has she been sick for?
We found out
this
in January.
soon?
She's
been doing that a lot.
school. She went to the hospital and they examined her. They found a tumor. According to the doctor, surgery wouldn't help.
You mean?
Grade 4. Terminal.
Yo.
She has a year to live.
Oh my
At
gosh.
most. That's what the doctor told me. And if they were right, then she only has a few months left.
Well, in the other timeline, they were wrong, because she died. She died big time. Wow, that's actually really heavy.
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
Huh. Yeah, she's gotta know.
I didn't tell her the specifics, but I'm sure she knows.
About her disease. Can we fix her?
It's a brain
We're
tumor.
all about brain science.
It can cause a number of side effects. Nausea and dizziness.
I was gonna say, there's something wrong with her. But I didn't think it would be a brain tumor. Because it's happened so many times.
Sometimes her hands and legs go numb.
Man. Yeah. Dropping the spoon, I remember that. That was like the major calling card. I was like, there's something terrible going on. I didn't think that she was...
Sometimes she can't control her body temperature.
Was she ever warm?
No. But I am kind of warm.
Was.
What? That was all caused by her brain tumor?
Wow. Has she contacted you?
Yes. She said she was staying with a friend. She's with Mizuki. But it still bothers me. I'm so worried that I couldn't sleep.
Is there... I don't think there's gotta be some way that probably Abyss can do, but not us. Or not regular doctors.
Ordinary treatments won't work. But there is one way. To save her life.
Maybe this whole thing is to save Iris. But then the other half doesn't make any sense. You feel?
Which is?
Brain transplant. Oh, this isn't okay. This is...
Date,
Fine.
it's from Mizuki.
Why now? Sorry, could you excuse me?
I'd like to know that one way, you feel? Step went to the corner of the room to answer Mizuki's call.
Date, I'm sorry.
What? What happened?
Iris, she's gone. She disappeared. I only took my eyes off her for a second.
What? Where did she go?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling.
Here I am feeling terrible for Iris. And then she just up and... Well, I guess it's nausea, hallucination. Not hallucinations, but... Take it easy, let's not blame Iris yet. She's got some brain problems.
But she
Which
left it
said?
on the table. Oh, just sent you a picture.
No?
Did you get it?
I have it
Alright.
now.
What's it
Open
say? I'm going with the person I trust the most. Don't... Please don't worry about me, Iris. That person is Renju. You're about to get got.
Iris.
I have tried calling Iris with a different line. I cannot connect. It is probable that she turned her phone off.
Damn. Mizuki, let's split up and find her. Let Ota know too.
Got it.
Did something happen?
Yeah. She was eavesdropping. No point in hiding it. Told her that Iris is missing.
What?
Yeah, you were right to worry. Until me went quiet. She didn't ask why she disappeared. I'm sure she thinks it's a tumor. She thinks that Iris's illness is making her go insane. A little bit. I can see that a little, just a smidge. Just a smidgen.
Iris said that she was going with somebody. With the person she trusts most.
Who
Any idea
is
who that might be?
Renju?
No.
Okay,
Alright, well.
I'm gonna go look for her.
I'll go too.
Alright,
No, please, stay here.
in case she comes
She
back.
might come home.
But
It's all right. I'll find her. Trust me.
okay.
Alright, geez Louise. Did not expect her to just go missing.
Date, the person in Iris's letter. The one she trusts most. Who do you
Renju?
think that is?
Renju. Do I have options? Renju. Oh, it could be Uncle.
I think so too. Remember what Iris said?
I was gonna say it. But Uncle is on the loose in this
I
version,
look up
right?
to him. He's done so much for me. I know I can rely on him more than anyone else.
That's what I was thinking, but Uncle's an
According
interesting
to the
choice
mermaid
too.
at Sunfish Pocket.
He was looking for Iris.
Yep.
I think Renju called Iris.
And Iris went looking for him.
Exactly.
Then what can I do? We've been looking for Renju. Everyone at HQ is looking for him too. Not to mention he's on the run with number 89.
True.
And even with all of that, we haven't found him. We don't even have any leads.
If we only had some clues to work with.
Then we wouldn't be in this mess.
That's true.
Are you giving up? Iris might be with number 89 at this very moment.
Who is Falco, who she also
We need
trusts?
to find her immediately. Now think, Date. Where would Renju go?
The abandoned factory. None of those are correct, I don't think. His house? No. All of those seem wrong. Lemniscate?
I got a call from Mizuki. She went to Lemniscate, but no one was there.
His house? The police are probably...
Renju's house is currently occupied by officers from HQ.
I figured.
If he went back there, we would have been contacted.
A cold storage warehouse. Maybe.
The cold storage warehouse. Maybe he's there.
Oh, that's the answer. Alright. I was gonna say the other two don't make any sense. This does tend to be where everything happens. Where everything goes down for some reason. We've seen that scene before. Back here, Okiura Fishery Warehouse. No one's here.
There is no one here.
Damn. He's not here? Let's go, Iba.
Wait.
What's wrong?
What?
Is there someone here?
No living organisms detected.
Then...
No living organisms detected.
Yo.
You mean...
Let's search the area. We might be able to find something.
So, this thing also bothered me the most. How one of these was icy and the other one wasn't.
No. This can't be.
Well, then... Where? Interesting. So they weren't able to find it because it was stored here the whole time.
Iris. Iris.
I'm confused. That can't be Iris then, right? Simply can't be? Does she have a twin? Because then that would explain the dream changing reality.
The scene is being inspected without you. This time the body didn't disappear. However, you lost consciousness. I didn't expect you to faint. Seeing that corpse must have been incredibly shocking. I
Yeah.
did not predict you to be the fainting type.
Oh my gosh,
I
Iva.
suppose humans are unpredictable. Now that you're back, let's get back to business. You are conscious, are you not? Are you at a loss for words?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tate, don't let negative thoughts consume you. Thinking that Iris died because of me.
Well,
If I never took her to Ota's, this wouldn't have happened.
that's not true.
If you truly believe that, then your brain is completely rotten.
Wow.
Or perhaps when you saw the corpse, your head became filled with images of blooming yellow dandelions.
Why?
What?
Yeah, what?
Oh, you're talking now. Was I correct?
Oh my
If you
gosh.
consider the situation logically, even an elementary school student would understand.
This was unavoidable.
Fine. Allow me to pluck some of those dandelions from your mind. I will ask 3 questions. Please answer honestly.
Sure. Anything for Iba. The homie.
First question. The cold storage warehouse was not in regular operation. But even so, the AC was on, and a minus 58-degree temperature was maintained.
That's a good point.
Why is that?
To keep that body frozen. That's why. To preserve something.
To preserve something.
Yes. Let us move on to the next question.
Now that makes sense.
Second question.
So that body was always there because that one was always frozen. So that body has been there for a long time.
There was something strange about the corpse. Do you remember what that was?
Eye was missing. Is that the right eye? It was the right eye.
That is a unique factor, but there was something else.
was completely frozen.
Iris's
what you
body
want?
was completely frozen.
Couldn't have happened in such a short
Temperature
amount of
at
time.
-58. With Iris's weight. Just wondering, but how much do you weigh?
Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady that?
105 pounds.
Yep.
I see. 105, huh? It should have taken about 18 hours to freeze solid.
Right.
But we were...
Wait a moment. Before you draw your conclusion, allow me to ask my final question.
The right eye was gone, so it wasn't a result of the same.
Question 3. 2 days ago, Sunday night, you found a dead body in the cold storage warehouse.
Mhm.
But afterward, you visited the Sagan household and discovered that Iris was in fact still alive. Why?
The third one. I guess the final one. When I was going around, I was like, ah, yes. Start at the top, go clockwise. You mean...
You mean?
You've got it.
Yes. I bolted into the warehouse like a shot out of a gun. Like a shot out of a gun! That's a good quote. I like that. Then who is this? Right Eye must be one of the original Cyclops killer's victims, right?
I don't believe it.
The stomach is swollen slightly. She appears to have been pregnant.
How?
Do not worry. The uterus does not contain a fetus.
You mean after she was killed?
No, the fetus was not present in her body when she was killed. She must have been killed after giving birth. The distended stomach does not immediately shrink after birth. The expanded uterus takes some time to return to its normal size.
Who is
This
this?
evidence makes one thing perfectly obvious,
That is not
This
Iris.
corpse isn't Iris. It's
Yeah.
someone else.
which means
Iris is still alive.
Don't jump to conclusions.
not necessarily.
I was gonna say.
She could be alive.
Yes.
We haven't confirmed that yet. Multiple stab wounds with a single-edged, sharp object to the victim's back. Judging by the size and shape of the marks, the weapon was most likely a kitchen knife.
You telling me Sayaka was behind this all along? I knew it! Boys, we just figured out Blue's Clues.
This matches what you said on Sunday.
So this is the body I saw then.
Mhm. So Sosajima must know something about this person,
Is there an estimated time of death?
Impossible to determine.
with them being frozen
This
solid,
body
right?
has been completely frozen for at least 10 years.
Because for the dating of the ETA of death,
10 years?
that'll completely throw it
She was
off.
killed more than 10 years ago?
That was more than 10 years ago.
Exactly. Her identity is unknown. Her killer is also unknown. But there is one likely suspect.
Sosajima?
Let's consider the clues. The scene. Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. Sunday night, we saw So here. And there is something else about Sosajima. We
The...
witnessed someone similar to Iris being stabbed repeatedly in So's Somnium.
But it wasn't Iris. It was this woman.
That is highly likely.
What we saw was So's memory from more than 10 years ago.
I believe that is the case.
Interesting.
Renju and So?
But we still do not know where Renju is.
That means that we need to talk to.
Sosajima.
Just looking at her makes my chest hurt. Wow, okay. That is interesting. There's so much more. There's so much more of the story than I didn't figure out yet. Who is this? This person was pregnant, so who was the child? Because it's probably someone that we know now. It's not Iris, because we know Hitomi had Iris. But it looks like Iris, so it might be Iris. Maybe, no, we know that, maybe it was like a switch to birth kind of, I don't know. Fortunately, they didn't turn up anything. Iris's whereabouts are still unknown. Worried about her, but without any leads, we'd just be looking for her blindly. Should focus on the investigation for now. It will eventually lead me to Iris, I'm sure of it. With that in mind, I headed to So's mansion.
I thought I told you never to show your face here again.
Well, here's my face. You busted. I got some questions for you, sir.
I didn't come here for Shoko today. I didn't come here for Iris either.
Nope.
Instead, I'm here for a girl who looks like Iris. Did you kill her?
Did you kill her?
Date, look.
I knew it.
This man is on fire.
You killed her, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've had enough of your shit, Congressman! You wanted to check on the body of the girl you killed. That's why you were at the cold storage warehouse 2 days ago.
Keep going.
Where is Renju Okiura? You know where he is, don't you? You were at an Okiura fishery warehouse for a reason. There's definitely a connection between you two. And that's not all. Number 89 called your secretary.
That's true. That's something we need to press him about.
The same number 89 that Renju escaped with. Now tell me, where is Renju?
Suddenly, a gang of bodyguards stormed out of the mansion. In an instant, they surrounded me. Oh, dang.
We'd like to ask you to please leave.
Which one of you said that? Oh, that one. So we still don't get any answers? Oh, now we can just only speculate. Might be able to get an identification from DNA. Although I don't know how.
Damn
might
it,
be
So.
preserved well.
There's nothing we can do.
I know.
We did arrive without a warrant. We were technically trespassing. If he had called the police, we would be in a predicament. We would have been detained immediately. Who would look after Iris then? Do you intend to leave your responsibility with Mizuki and Ota?
Well, maybe Mizuki, not Oda. Oda! Never forget, that's my favorite
Calm
Oda.
down, Date. We still have our lead.
Which
Lead?
is...
Before I explain, we need to discuss the corpse in the cold storage warehouse.
Early is Sosajima, maybe the Kamakuras? Right eye removed. So our lead might be the Kamakuras. Because Rohan was probably involved in that killing. Yeah.
Let's give her
Yeah.
a name.
Sure.
Because she is frozen solid, we could call her All Ice or Alice. What do you think?
Bruh, I need you to chill with these Zero Escape references. I need you to chill, Iva. And I don't mean chill because frozen solid, I just need you to chill.
Alice and Iris. I believe it fits nicely.
Sure.
All right, Alice. What about her?
Someone might be able to identify her.
Who?
Kamakuras.
Allow me to ask you 3 questions.
Alright, you in this 3-question game, Iva.
Again with this?
Right?
First question.
Sure.
You have seen this corpse more than twice.
More than twice?
3 times, in fact. When was the first time?
I don't even remember what day it is, so we're about to have to slam guess on this one. Yo, the days I have not been paying attention to. Earlier today, yesterday, 2 days ago.
That was the second time. When my
Excellent.
body was out of commission and you went to the warehouse on your own.
I thought that was the
I'm
first
not
time.
talking about then. I'm talking about the very first time.
And it should be... We did go to the cold storage warehouse, didn't we?
3 days ago. Saturday night when I synced at Abyss.
Yes, in the Somnium world. We saw the frozen corpse of a girl.
Yeah.
Question 2.
That is... I forgot all about the Somnium.
Who is the girl?
That means Mizuki has seen this girl before. It's not Iris. It's not a virus. It's not Adrian. Alice. We just
Now I
named her.
know. That girl was probably Alice.
Most likely, yes.
Well,
So
where's
we have
Mizuki
technically
seen it?
known Alice for 3 days.
So Mizuki has seen this before.
One
Mizuki's our
last
lead.
thing. The final question. In which Somnium did we see Alice?
I see you now. I forgot all about that. Mizuki's.
My roommate, Mizuki Okiura.
Exactly.
That
You
is our
mentioned
lead.
something about Mizuki's Somnium being some kind of prophecy.
It's
But
not.
prophecies are nonsense.
Wow.
Dreams are not made of the future. They are made from the past.
That's true, though.
Therefore,
Mizuki has seen Alice before.
there
Exactly.
is no other explanation.
Aiba, where is Mizuki now?
Where we went with Iris yesterday, Ikume Shrine.
The shrine? Why would she be there?
Unknown. She is supposed to be looking for Iris.
Okay, let's go.
That's interesting. Akume Shrine, Tuesday.
Date,
What's up?
Did you find Iris?
if I did, I would have told you already.
That's
Right.
true. How are you? What are you doing here?
Iris used to like this shrine. She told me about all her memories here. We used to come here all the time. You know those steps in the front?
Yeah,
We would sit there together and talk about things.
that's neat.
Like what gluten-free means, and eyelash extensions, and aerial yoga. And we would talk about all our problems together.
Ah, so girl stuff.
Sometimes we would talk late into the night. So I thought that maybe she'd be here. But it looks like I was wrong.
It's okay. Where's Oda?
I think he's searching Akihabara right now. Last time he checked in, he said he didn't have anything.
Have you seen your father?
I think Iris is with Renju.
With Daddy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's
Her
up to
note
something.
mentioned her most trusted person. That's probably Renju.
Yeah. I remember that mermaid girl saying something like that.
Like what? I can still look around while I was loading the scene. I've never figured out what that said.
He was looking for Iris.
Yeah, no, I don't. Thanks for loading that 5-second
Does that
scene
mean
for
that
like.
Daddy is the one who called for Iris?
Yes, I still want to know what
Could
that says
be.
though.
So I need to know where he is.
But I haven't been able to get a hold of him.
It's probably just nonsense, if I'm being completely honest. But I can look at it. A stone monument. About Alice.
Mizuki, I have something very important to ask you.
It's about the woman in your dreams. Told her about the frozen corpse we called Alice.
You've seen her
All
before,
ice.
haven't you? 3 days ago, I saw her in your Somnium. The body of a girl who looks like Iris, Alice. Your dreams are built from your memories. So that corpse... Mizuki, please, answer me. Iris's life is at stake.
It's important.
Huh? What do you mean?
Tell her everything. I told Mizuki everything. Good. About how Renju ran off the assassin 89. About how 89 is connected to Sosajima. About the stabbing in So's dreams. And that Sejima's linked to Alice's murder.
I need to know everything about Alice. If I find out who she is, I might be able to solve the mystery of Renju and number 89. And that might lead me to Iris.
Mizuki looked down at her feet quietly. I could see agony in her face. The silence lingered. Finally, she steeled herself like sharpshooting steel-minded big sister Sarah. And the steel-minded girls. Mizuki would be a good fit. Lifted her head and spoke.
Okay, I'll tell you about Alice.
Alice. Shoot.
It was about a month ago. I saw my daddy crying in the president's office at Lemnisgate.
Oh.
I was peeking through a crack in the door so he didn't see me. Daddy got up, then got into his car and drove away.
So this is why she gets so kind of bent up about the fishery warehouse.
I had never seen him like that before. I was curious, so I followed him in a taxi. That led me to the cold storage warehouse. He got out of his car and went inside. I followed right behind him, quietly. Daddy was standing next to the forklift in the back. I hid behind a shelf. I watched Daddy open the hood of the forklift, and then, after a little bit, he left. I wanted to know what he was looking at. I went over to the forklift and I looked under the hood myself. And then...
You saw Alice.
You saw Alice's dead body.
But at the time, I thought it was Iris.
What'd you do after that?
The corpse looked exactly like Iris.
The hair's different.
I couldn't believe she was dead. I just couldn't. So I went to Iris's house.
And there she was.
What's wrong, Mizuki?
Iris was alive. I thought I was going crazy or dreaming. I tried to convince myself that it was just a hallucination.
Did you go back? Why didn't you call the police?
What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's your
Daddy
dad.
would have been in trouble.
So you kept
He's
quiet this whole
still
time?
in trouble.
Yeah.
I knew he was trouble when he walked in.
What do you mean? I couldn't just ask. It would have changed everything.
What if...
I thought that as long as I stayed quiet, everything would be okay.
Oh, that clearly wasn't
I
true.
didn't see a dead body. I wasn't even at the warehouse. I repeated that to myself over and over and tried to forget the whole thing.
Repressed memories are often the subject of somnia.
Interesting.
That's why Alice showed up during the sync.
About the fishery warehouse. Tell me the whole truth
I
now.
actually met with one of the higher-ups at Daddy's company last night,
Last night?
before I went to Matsushita Diner,
Why?
because you asked about the cold storage.
I'm proud of you. Look at
I
you
was
being
curious.
useful.
I asked around some, and
Go on. Because this is the biggest mystery that I still have not figured out.
I found out that Daddy was managing the warehouse before I was born.
And you are...
After my grandpa died, Daddy took over. In
Interesting.
exchange for managing the warehouse, he gave ownership of the company to someone else. I guess he didn't want to let this place go. Or maybe he couldn't let it go. That's more accurate, I think. But I understand why. Inside that warehouse was...
The body. Alice, all ice.
Alice.
What else you got? What other deets?
On paper, Daddy has nothing to do with Okiura Fishery. Daddy was still managing the warehouse. And he was the only one allowed in there, too. That was part of the agreement when he gave up the company.
Interesting.
And the whole thing had to be a secret. He really stressed that point.
Okay. So he's got something to do with either it or hiding it. How long was he managing the warehouse? Her face looks sullen. How long?
Hey, Mizuki. How long was he managing the warehouse?
For 18 years. That's what the man told me.
18 years?
That's a long
From
time.
that long ago?
Yes.
I guess we don't know. It's been 10 years. It's been at least 10 years.
Iba, I need an emergency search. Missing persons from 18 years ago.
That is Iris's mom. Then what is Hitomi hiding from us? That's gotta be Iris's mom. Looks like Iris, fine. That's fine. But 18 years ago? That's the same age as Iris. Renju and the other one were... Renju and Hitomi were such good friends, too.
Understood. Date, I found her. The girl who looks like Iris.
What's her name?
Monica Iwai. 19 years old at the time of her disappearance.
Monica Iwai.
A graduate of Eitoku High School.
Same high school as Renju? Question mark?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
Same class as you
We've known
two.
each other for 20 years now.
This is
When I was young,
nuts.
I lost someone very important to me.
Could it have been... What was her name again? I forgot. Iwai something Monica?
Iwai.
What is up with all these Monicas and all these games recently?
Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
You said all of that? I forgot. Oh gosh.
Alice's Monica. Hitomi's friend who went to the same school as her and Renju. But why?
And I guess you would cover that up, because that would be your best friend's child. Why is a good
Monica's
question.
body was found just now. But even back then, Hitomi knew.
That means... That's not her real mom. Hitomi's not Iris's real mom. So I'm still willing to bet that Sosajima is Iris's real father.
She knew that Monica was already dead. Iba, where is Hitomi right now?
At headquarters for questioning. MPD still believes that the body they discovered was Iris.
Got it. Contact boss. Have them bring Hitomi to Abyss.
Roger that.
We got to sync with Hitomi? I was gonna say, I think I've said this before, that that's like the only person we have not synced with. Except for like Pewter. Who now I could see we could have reason to sync with him. Did Pewter go nuts in this version? He did not. He didn't go nuts. Technically he did. Oh, hello, boss.
You're awfully calm. You saw the corpse of your daughter today. You were called into the station to confirm her identity. And yet here you are, cool as a cucumber, even though you lost your precious daughter. Shall I guess why?
Because you know that's not your daughter. Sure.
Her name is Iwai Monica. She has been missing for 18 years. She was 19 years old at the time she went missing. Monica, Hitomi Sagan, and Renju Okiura all attended Eitoku High School.
That's what I want.
Because that body isn't Iris. And you know it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Her name
Absolutely.
is Monica Iwai. She was killed when she was 19. She went to the same high school as you, and she was your best friend. Isn't that right? Nothing to say for yourself? Hiding something? Maybe you killed her with Renju.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, now you're talking.
I was gonna
But we
say.
know Renju committed a crime, illegally disposing of a body, and we can prove it.
Why would Renju be where? Yes, where? 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 Absolutely where. Only he had access to that place. But Sosajima also had access for some reason.
The cold storage warehouse where the body was found. It's been managed by Renju Okiura for almost 2 decades now.
The eye, though.
And witness testimony proves that he knew about the corpse there. And if I'm not mistaken, you knew about the corpse too, Hitomi. You and Renju have been close since high school. It's not too much of a stretch to think that he told you about the body. And I remember you telling me once.
When I was young, I lost someone very important to me. Monica Iwai, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
How did you know that she was dead?
I didn't.
Don't play dumb. I know you're hiding something. You know what happened 18 years ago. And you knew she was pregnant. You were her best friend. Of course you would have known. Tell me. Tell me everything.
Date, she's not going to talk.
Well, you know what we gotta do.
Sync with her.
That's right. Let's go on sync. Sinking all the way. Going to the sink. The sink. Wash your hands today. Alright, here we go.
Date, I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back within 6 minutes.
Where was I? Oh, right, we were just about to sink.
I'm sure I've told you enough times by now, but please, come back
And I was just about to be
within
mad
6
at you.
minutes.
Freaking Pewter. Gosh darn it. In this timeline, we're not homies right now.
I can't promise you that, Pewter.
Freaking
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not coming
Oh my
back
gosh.
until I find something.
Date, you can't.
Why not?
You know why.
Because it will take over my consciousness?
So that all but confirms it. It'll take over your consciousness.
Yes.
But if it's only a little...
No, not even a little. If the sync passes the critical point, the damage will be irreparable.
But what does that mean exactly?
Oh, thank goodness. We're about to find out what that means exactly. You two hiding something?
No.
I'm not hiding anything.
Then let's try it. Let's experiment with my mind. Then we'll know for sure what'll happen.
Fine.
What?
I'll just say it.
Yeah?
Pewter, tell him.
Me?
You know more about it than I do.
Well,
Come on, confirm what I'm thinking. What happens after the 6 minutes of sinking?
well, first off, 6 minutes is not a hard limit. It could be 7 or even 8.
I don't care about the exact time. I'm asking what happens if you go
Beyond the
beyond the
crooked.
limit.
Do you remember the story I told you about the egg?
Yes.
Yeah, why?
If you imagine an egg as your consciousness, the yolk is what goes
Right.
into the subject's brain. The white remains inside your shell.
And the white is like your memories.
If you go beyond the limit, your yolk will not be able to return to its shell.
Because the subject's mind will start to take over the sinker's
Right.
consciousness, right? I know that part already.
Indeed, but there's more to it. After the yolk is devoured, the egg white is brought through
What?
the machine next.
That's the memories, right?
And there's more. It's not just the sinker's brain. The same process eventually occurs in the subject's
So it just
as
completely
well.
mind swaps.
In other words, the entire egg
Does
ends
it
up
destroy
being
the other
replaced.
egg?
Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded,
I knew it.
switched.
Freaking knew it.
The human brain has what can be understood as a memory limit. One brain can only
Yeah, when they
hold
said
one
that-
consciousness.
Because either Iba said that or somebody said that when I was talking to Iris. You can only have. So what I thought is that it doesn't switch, it just kind of goes over and the other person's just brain dead, but it's a full-on switch.
And it can only contain one person's memories.
What else? So that's gotta be it.
Now you know.
That's gotta be. So,
talk to the boss.
before I talk to you, there's something else. Well, there's nothing else I gotta say to you. If I had played this route first, the other route would have been so much more obvious. Gosh, I played myself. Although in this route, you'd be like, they're giving you all this information for a reason. And then you would kind of understand what's going on in the other route. In this route, you already know there's another sync machine, too. This route was just exposition. Why did you keep this a secret?
I was unaware.
You kept this a secret because it's a national secret, and this is what happened to us in the past. This is it. That's the connection point. That's what I've been missing. And that's why our eye is gone, because we used the prototype machine somehow, I guess. So does that mean our body belongs to the original Cyclops killer? But who are we? Well, that much I don't know. Do we? We gotta think about who we would switch with. Who's missing? Nobody's missing an eye, though. Well, I'll be frank. I think it requires both of the eyes to be missing, because he took Aiba out, didn't he? Or was Aiba just controlling the machine? I don't know.
This information is not on any accessible databases.
National secrets.
We had to prevent the possibility that the system could be exploited.
Exploited? But
Even if it wasn't you, someone else might try. We didn't tell any Syncers this, including you. Project Sync is a top-secret project. It's a matter of national security. Even Syncers are on a need-to-know basis. Think about it. What if you were kidnapped by bad people who tried to make you talk?
bad people?
A criminal organization, spies from another country, those people. If you blabbed about Project
You'd be
Sync,
out of a job.
the entire
People would
country
just
might
trade
be at risk.
split places. That's shocking.
You heard it from Pewter. The sync machine isn't just for entering a person's somnium. It can also be used to swap bodies between two people. Imagine what this machine would be used for
I
in
think
the
I
wrong
already
hands.
know.
That's why I didn't tell you. We can't let this secret
How
get
did
out.
it get out then? It got out because the person who... It didn't get out. The person who experienced it already knew what happened because they switched bodies, because we're not in our original body. I don't know who Date is then.
Swapping bodies between two people?
So...
Trading minds?
Go ahead and start your sync. My original thought is that we're Falco, or 89, or whatever. That doesn't make sense story-wise, but it just feels right.
Remember what I told you earlier. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I got it.
Are you really okay?
I'm fine. Start it.
Understood. Let us begin.
Oh no, I understand. I get it now. I'm gonna let her finish and I would tell you what I got.
God?
I am
Lamau.
the god of fire. I burn erotic books with my flames of red hot
No! Dante,
anger.
run!
My, how ruthless.
Oh, well.
Ow!
Y'all are just goofing.
You okay?
That's not a good shot.
That hurt.
I'll let you read this porno mag if it'll make you feel better.
I will burn it.
Get up.
The fog is making it pitch black.
Hitomi is the most mysterious character now.
The light over there.
You would
Is
not
that
believe
a
your eyes.
firefly? Somnium scan.
Alright, do your thing.
Activate.
How many lots do we gotta deal with? Just 3? Oh, it's 4. The 4th one's where I'm standing right now. Reveal the hidden secrets. Reveal Hitomi's secret buried deep inside. It is dark.
It disappeared?
No, wait. It might still be nearby.
You just started me like that? Alright, well. Is it still ticking when I... Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, great. So I'm gonna go here for a second. And I'm gonna say, "Hoo boy, I know exactly what's going on now." Because that explanation completely explains Date's memories from 6 years ago being gone, too. So here's the long haul of what I just realized. 100% based on that explanation. At first I was just like, okay, yeah, you do that and then you do that. I thought that that was just them explaining, oh, that's why it happens with the yolks and the egg whites. But that is to explain why Date doesn't have his memories from 6 years ago. The yolks switched. Their consciousnesses. But their memories didn't switch. That second part didn't happen. Something happened there. Huh. That's interesting. We are Falco. We're 100% Falco. I don't know how, but we are Falco. Because our consciousness is swapped. And earlier on, I should be doing this at the end of the episode. We're probably gonna end the episode after this thing, to be honest. Not even that long ago, I'm just thinking about it. It's something that I've kind of kept in my mind. He was like, even when you switch your yolks, some of the egg whites come with you. That's why we remember some of Falco stuff. And the one thing is the entirety of the very first Somnium. The one where we were in our own Somnium and we saw Falco, who the mysterious man, and shot Hitomi. But that was our memory as Falco. Some of that carried over because some of the egg whites carry over with the yolk. All of this makes sense. So that means that Falco, whoever Falco is right now, is the original Cyclops killer, but somehow he still has all of our memories. Shafil? I don't understand that part. Falco must be the original Cyclops killer, but that doesn't make sense in my theory that it's a chain killing. Then there's a third party involved. It's a third party. There were 3 switches. I don't know what they are at this point. I'm gonna have to like sit down and think about it. Because I'm sure they've given us... This game has been very good at giving us the explanations for things.
I cannot identify the variety.
Worship.
Worship it?
Yes, you were the god before, so now you're worshiping.
I will pray to it as though I am mourning the dead.
Do your thing, Iva. Did it work? Excellent. That's what I was thinking. I was like, she was pretending to be a god earlier, so maybe this is all about
Bloomed
worship.
a little?
I don't know what caused it, but it's better than nothing happening.
Dope. And hopefully this is just a linear one. Although I do kind of expect this one to maybe split. Shake. Okay, there's something over there. Rock 1. Oh gosh. Alright, well give me the map, because I can't see anything. Rock 1, Rock 2, and Rock 3. Where's Dwayne the Rock Johnson? So we're gonna go this way. Rock 1.
A rock.
The Rock. Worship?
But it's a rock.
Gods live in the rocks too, you know.
Yeah,
A
man.
rather Japanese way of thinking.
Just try it.
If you insist.
Might as well. In Iris's, everything was big, and this one is just all
How was
worship.
it? You've cleared your head, right?
Yeah?
Yes. I now feel a sense of emptiness.
Oh, now.
Guess it was a waste of time.
I do not want to hear that from you. A rock.
Well, let's lift it then. Right?
Do what?
Just
Lift
try.
the rock.
Understood.
Use your legs, not your back.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
Gosh. Calm down, Iva. It's not that serious. We just have, 6 minutes until we switch bodies. Investigate, I guess.
This is a simple rock, but
Is there any kind of pattern?
no, there does not appear to be.
Five minutes left,
rock.
Dante.
Oh, shh. We'll kick it. Let's kick
Understood.
it. Oh,
My foot hurts.
oh.
I see.
My foot hurts!
Sorry.
Jeez, Iva. Alright. That did nothing. So let's go investigate the other rocks, I guess. Oh no, there's a hole in a tree right here. Why was that not on the
hole in
map?
a tree. I may be able to fit inside.
Head on in. Go ahead and stick your hand inside.
I am not going to be eaten or anything, right?
I hope not.
Whoa!
Oh well, she got eaten. End of days. Rest in peace, Iva.
I fell, but I am still in the forest.
It's darker than before.
What? Is someone there?
Hey!
That voice is...
Find out where that voice is coming from.
Just wanted to shake something. What rock is this? This is rock 1. Oh, there's a trail. I'm gonna start paying attention to my surroundings. Renju.
Renju Okiura.
Talk to him. Talk to our homie.
Renju, what are you doing in a place like this?
He won't answer.
Not in a place like this, at least. Renju...
Should we inspect him?
He looks young, but this is definitely Renju Okiura as he appeared approximately 20 years ago.
That's
Jeez.
a long time ago.
Which direction did I come from?
4 minutes.
Hole in tree 2. Why is
A
there
hole in the
Somnium?
tree. It looks about as big around as a soccer ball.
I guess stick your hand in it again.
I am not going to be sucked in, am I?
Oh, I mean, that happened last time, so I wouldn't.
That's strange. It should have worked.
Did you want to see me get sucked in?
Yeah.
Tate. Huh. This is where it wants us to go.
A hole in the tree.
Scream? No, we're supposed to shake something.
The Emperor is naked!
But what the heck?
Okay. What about the Empress, though?
The
Dante,
Empress
what
is naked!
Okay,
Sounds
Iba.
like my kind of empire. Let's move there. I don't see anything.
Nor do I.
It's still worth it.
A hole in the tree.
I just want to shake the tree. Tackle might shake it, right?
Understood. I will do my best.
Go for it. That shook the tree. And a picture fell down.
This is
The three of them, Monica, Hitomi, and
a picture
Renju.
of Hitomi, Renju, and Monica.
Everyone is so young.
High school. This must be the memory of where she died. She must have died here. And we have more lights now. Alright, well now I get the Somnium.
3 minutes, Date.
Yeah. We don't have more lights. Are we supposed to do something else here? No, we can't. Alright. Another path open up? I think it did. There's nothing new with Renju, right? Oh, show him the picture? Maybe? That's new. Waste a little bit less time.
Renju, look at this.
Oh, he's leading me the right way?
Renju, stop!
Good job. Alright, we're moving. We're making moves. Alright, let's solve this. This man's went... this? I think he went this way. Into this hole?
What is this hole? It wasn't here earlier.
Well... jump on it.
Really?
I think you have
Yeah,
to.
go ahead.
Understood.
Poor Iba. This is just like the make Iba do everything she doesn't want to do game. Which is a shame for Iba. Iba, you gotta stop falling like
It's
Mikon.
even more difficult to see now. Another voice?
Monica!
That's Hitomi's voice.
I was gonna say, that's Hitomi.
Where is she?
Look for her. We're shaking another tree, I guess. There's rock too. Let's go this way. Oh, this is there's one of the things over there. Behind this rock. I'll snatch that.
What?
It makes me think we're going the wrong way. There's rock 3.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date.
Yeah. Hole in tree number 3. This is where we need to be.
Another hole in a tree. About as big as a capybara, I estimate.
Oh, what kind of
Those are
estimate is
pretty
that?
big.
I mean, sure. Tackle it again, I guess.
Leave it to me. I will break it down.
You know I got you!
Huh?
Break the tree down! Break down the tree!
Date, perhaps we should pursue a more peaceful route.
Well, it worked last
I
time.
agree.
A hole in a tree.
A 1 in 10. Good. Peek inside. That's pretty big.
What is this? A web of some kind?
A web of
Well,
lies.
It would have to be a spider web.
A web of happiness.
I have web on my face.
Oh.
A hole in a...
Scream, I guess.
Hitomi! Date likes Hitomi!
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Wow.
Hitomi won't remember this sink, but still.
Well, there she is.
Hitomi stopped.
I don't know where she is. Well, there's Rock 1. We don't want to go back there. This
You have
thing
1
is...
minute left.
Yeah, I know. Is she on the map yet? Oh, she is. Thank goodness. Why is she so far away? What is wrong with her? Who is she by? She's by what? Rock 2? There's Rock 3. Is that Rock 2? That's Rock 2, so Hitomi's over here. Gosh, Hitomi.
That's Hitomi.
I'm gonna have to redo this.
Hitomi, what are you doing here?
Right.
Guess she can't hear you. She looks like she's looking for something.
Something by Rock 2?
A rock.
Maybe. Go and lift it up.
Do what?
Just try.
Understood.
Well, did you find anything?
No, of course not.
Well, look. It was a smaller rock. What was I supposed to think? Yeah, we have no time. Can we just shake her?
That's Hitomi.
We can't. So yeah, I'm gonna go back. Let's go back. Let's go way back. Let's go back to 1. Give me all this time back. I spent so much time on that freaking rock that had nothing to do with anything. Alright. Hole in Tree 1 is right over here, so I feel I couldn't even see the path from right there, to be completely frank. I would have... I saw it afterwards, gosh darn it. Alright, we're gonna... stick our hand inside.
I am...
You are going to be sucked in, that's a shame.
Whoa!
You're gonna go and fall in. Hear a voice. Move along to... Yo, it is so easy to get lost in this one. Is Renju on the map yet? He is. Still a ways away. Where is that in relation to? It's close to Rock 3, so I just need to face the direction of Rock 3. Hole in Tree 2 is right there.
A hole in...
We'll tackle it. Just a picture. Renju's
5
this
minutes
way.
left, Date.
Yeah. I know. Here, you can have this.
Renju...
Have this picture. Good job. Mental lock 2. Still 2 more mental locks, but now we have plenty more time to just fool around. Gosh, I really hated that camera whip. Alright, you're gonna jump in this hole, even though we don't have any,
What is
any timies this time, so we waste probably just the same amount of time.
Another voice?
Alright, so... This would be
4
fine if I
minutes.
knew where I was going. Hole in Tree 3 didn't do anything for us, did it? Did it? Standing from right here, this is the only way to go anyway. So Rock 2's over there. Whoa. Oh wait, it did cause her to stop. So yeah, I need to go to a Hole in Tree. I found that, so hopefully it's saved. Hole in Tree 2, or 3 rather, is over here.
Another...
Bigger than Capybara. Screaming is what did the thing? No. Yeah, screaming. Hitomi, Date likes you. You stopped. So maybe we just have to do something different with her. She's over here.
That's Hitomi.
Talking didn't do anything. Hug her might shake her.
Hitomi? I see.
Well?
She dresses modestly, but underneath she has a curvaceous body.
Oh my gosh.
Good work, Aiba. That's good to know.
Date, what the heck? Good work, Aiba. Oh, that
That's
did nothing.
Hitomi.
3 minutes, Date.
Touch her.
Where?
Well,
Date, I
you
swear.
could, touch her...
Stop.
But in this Somnium, she might be a minor.
True.
her stomach. Test how soft her stomach is.
If you say so. I touched it.
So, what's the softness situation? Tell me.
It was soft. No noticeable abdominal muscles.
Valuable information indeed. Thank you, Aiba.
Date.
You old pervert.
What on earth?
That's Hitomi.
Inspector.
Hitomi Sagan. Like, this must have been a...
Something must have happened around that time.
Guess I am supposed to do something with the environment. Heck if I know what. Anything new with the tree?
A whole...
Trees always seem to be the answer. Oh, now I can stick my hand in it. Wait, hold on. Is this 3? Yeah, now it's 3. Alright. Sure. Go for it.
I won't...
No. We could have stuck our hand in it before. No, there is something this time.
A cord bracelet has appeared on my wrist.
Might be important. Hold on to it.
Gosh, this Somnium is some work.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date.
Yeah, I know. Calm down, boss.
That's Hitomi.
Yeah, make it worth 1 second.
Do you remember this?
Friendship bracelet you're going to run to. What's her
Wait!
face then?
Follow
She
her.
must have died in
On it.
whatever this forest is. This lock 3 is done, which means we're on to the last one. Alright, Hitomi, what are you hiding? Where did you go? Hole 2, I guess.
A large hole. Was this here before?
30 whole seconds, gosh. I shouldn't have used that 1/8. Oh, that was a
There's
waste.
nothing
Go
left to
ahead.
do.
Yeah, there's nothing left to do. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Date, what is going on?
I don't know. It's pitch black. I can't see anything.
I see. Then it is not me malfunctioning.
Can you feel your way around?
I can try.
Reveal the secret. Don't know where to go. It is pitch black. I don't see any fireflies. Maybe if I move a step towards something. The what? We gotta go all the way over there. Where's that? All the way over. Golly, tamale. Wasted all my time. Running into all these trees. So many trees in the way. Now I gotta go all the way around this tree. Who put this forest together? What sack of demon...
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah, I know. I'm here. Yeah, this is what we need.
A licorice flower.
Worship. Start and end with the same thing. Right?
Nothing is happening.
Oh, that
That's
was
to be
a waste of, like,
expected, but
15
still
seconds.
disappointing.
A licorice flower.
Oh wait, what did that say? Nothing.
like
It just
it.
says reveal the... If this is where she's buried, then maybe we should dig it up. How much time do we have? 15, 15, 15, 15. So unless we pick the wrong one...
Let's do it.
Every single time.
What?
What did you do?
Another hole.
Oh no. Don't tell me this is gonna take 30 seconds.
A large hole.
Alright, go for it. Hopefully that's it.
Come this far. I will not protest now.
Tell me that's all we gotta do. Tell me that's it. Tell me that's the end. Tell me that's the end. Come on. Tell me it's over. Tell me we won. Because we are out of time. Unless the storyline wants me to get out of time. Okay, we did it. Alright, sweet.
That is...
The two of you. Did you both bury her? Dope, we did it. Plenty of time to spare. Plenty of time to spare. Alright, so the two of them buried her. I assume they had to dig her up to go and put her in the warehouse. So what happened? Alright, Hitomi.
I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Monica, and Renju. Monica was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the mountains.
Oh.
And you brought it back to the cold storage warehouse. And my guess is Sosajima killed Monica. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
Does that make Sosajima like...
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore.
Go on. I guess you were talking to Sosajima before.
I'll tell you the truth.
Go on. Thank goodness. Everybody's hiding secrets. Apparently we're going here to spill the beans. 18 years ago. That's Iris's real mom.
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes. I want to talk to him in person.
I mean, Sosajima is Iris's real father.
No, you can't.
Why not? Are you worried about my body? You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine. But your stomach is still... Oh, my doctor told me that's normal.
Yeah.
Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
Iba told me that.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you, and especially not your child.
I haven't told him about giving birth. He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
That's it. That's how it all connects.
It's not like it was an affair.
Jacket. Alright. Did not think it was gonna be jacket weather today. Jeez Louise. Alright. Let's hop back in. Before we hop back in, Virginia's the only place I know where it'll be 83 one day, and then 2 days later it'll be 36. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Monica, keep going.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
That's it. Is that it? Sosajima's wife passed away after giving birth to his son. We know based on what Sosajima said when he killed Date that he is Sosajima's son. And that was the clue that Moma gave us. He was like, you two could be related, or you two are a great team. Somebody said something like that. And then I was like, ooh, I wonder if that's actually a thing. I was like, that's too casual to just be said like that. So what does that make us? That makes Iris a relative of mine, then. Of Date's, rather. We're both from the same father. That makes us brother and sister, doesn't it? Huh. That's wild. It doesn't. Does it? Okay, hold on. This is actually really confusing now that I'm thinking about it. It's a whole bunch of body swapping. Did fake Sosajima say that too? Because if fake Sosajima is the original Cyclops killer. I don't know, let's just keep going. I'll think about it later. I'm gonna actually jot that down for a second, because that's interesting. That's something that I feel like I figured a lot of this game out. I feel like a lot of what I think is true. But there's like bits and pieces. Especially this part that I'm not quite getting. Continue. Continue, Hitomi.
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks? He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal.
That's probably why Sosajima was meeting with Hitomi, because he's probably paying them off.
There's no way he'll accept that child.
It's okay. I told him that I won't cause any trouble.
But Sosajima didn't kill her. I don't think that's the case. He's not the Cyclops killer.
But could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
They're taking care of the baby forever.
Fine. But take this with you, just in case.
But a GPS tracker? And that's how they found her.
It's a GPS transmitter. Just to be extra safe.
I really don't think I'll need it. But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
I don't know what Monica saw in So. She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. He tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate, but we could guess what happened.
I think Sosajima saw this happen. Yeah, I was gonna say. That's what I think happened. I was gonna say Sosajima didn't do it. I think someone killed her and then took her eye out. I don't think he even paid for them to make it happen. What did So say to Monica?
He told her to move overseas. He said he'd pay for everything.
Who told you this?
Renju told me.
But you said he wasn't there.
He heard some of this from the
Interesting.
Kumakuras. Renju
Yeah.
had connections with them.
How did the Kumakuras know?
So told them.
He does have connections with them too. About Monica's killer.
Date, you said that Monica was killed by So, right?
I don't
But
think
that's
so.
not true. Monica was killed by Saito Sajima,
Saito Sajima.
the son of So and his late wife. Saito was 12 at the time.
Now that makes a lot more sense. So our body belongs to Saito Sajima. But there's still a third swap, I think. Maybe the third swap. Heck if I know. I was gonna say maybe the third swap involved that man's, but he killed himself. The suicide. Rohan.
12?
Yes.
That's 100% because they were like, he's a psycho. He can only get satisfaction or adrenaline or whatever from killing people.
But why would a little boy do that?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
What happened after Monica's murder?
So contacted his friend, the chairman of the Kumakuras. He asked him to dispose of the body and left the scene with Saito.
The incident was 18 years ago. That means the chairman was Rohan, not Moma.
Rohan went to the scene of the crime?
Yep, and took her eye out.
Yes, with some of his men.
Go ahead.
Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Monica to return. But she never came back.
Right.
We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
So you followed it.
The GPS Renju gave to Monica?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home. But we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so... Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
Who? Where's Saito Sajima? Switched with 89, probably.
Those are Kumakura men.
That doesn't explain why 89's not missing an eye.
We didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. We could only watch as it all unfolded. I knew what the hole was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long,
We good here?
Yeah. Cover her.
Just a minute.
Beautiful.
Kumakura people covered Monika's body, then left.
My God. That might have been his first
Renju
one.
and I ran over and dug up the grave with a tree branch. What we saw.
Renju's not a bad guy.
Monica! Monica!
Man, you have the same Edgar cry that you had in the other timeline. Some things never change, not even after 20 years.
We need to call the police.
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Monica and her baby were going to be trouble. Monica's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out? They would take her and kill her too. And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me.
Renju was probably right.
He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone.
So Sejima has his web on the police for
he
some
knew
reason.
when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child. And I believed him. We had to protect Monica's baby. We had to. No matter what.
Okay. I understand.
I decided to trust him.
That's crazy. So that's the truth. Before this
leave
point,
Monica's body in the forest.
yeah, before this point, I had no idea. I didn't even assume that Hitomi couldn't have been
We
Iris'
cleaned her
role model.
up and took her to the cold storage warehouse.
But now that I know the pink is a natural hair color, I was like, it can't be her. So Sejima's been getting around.
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery. My father runs it.
When So Sejima said that he hates us, did he say he doesn't like us or our face?
But it's not in use right now. They're moving operations to a better area.
Because he might hate us for killing Monica.
They're actually looking for buyers right now.
Or our face.
But don't worry. I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course. I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Monica.
Why did So Sejima come to see Monica? Did he actually care about her? Maybe that's how it went down. He actually cared. And then his son killed her.
Don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what.
Maybe So Sejima is really
And
kind of
don't
caring.
worry about them, either.
And that moment changed him. Because that's enough to change a person.
The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Monica. Sorry. I'm sorry. Monica.
Man. Let me close the hood. That's some good story. That's some good story, alright. Renju, 19 years old. Baby. Monica's baby, sleeping soundly. She has a sweet scent. A scent that touches the bottom of my heart. Did you get the birth certificate?
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book.
Nice.
It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
I feel like I'm somehow betraying Monica.
No.
She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that. Because a war is about to begin.
What?
A war?
Between you and the baby. You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time.
Oh,
You might
Lamau.
even start to resent Monica for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother. Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh?
Oh, Lamau. What should we name her?
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology? And the colored part of your eye.
You know, since Monica's eye got yanked out.
And the flower, too.
Right.
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also for Monica's name. The kanji for Monica uses the character for love. And Monica reminds me of Manako, Japanese for eye.
Wow, this is a really roundabout, huh?
So both names have something to do with the eye.
And I, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
So that's how you came up with the name?
Don't you think it's nice?
I was gonna say, you put some real thought into that.
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it.
About her killer. Tell me about it.
I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know.
Sure.
After talking to the Kumakura gang, I found out who killed Monica.
Who done it?
So's son, Saito Sejima.
How? Saito was only...
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
I don't know the motive, but I know it's true. So used his connections with the Kumakuras to cover up for his son. And all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
I'll never forgive them.
This is also interesting. If you played on this timeline, you would have never known about any of the stuff that happened 6 years ago. So you probably never would have ever assumed that Date is somebody who got swapped.
So, his son? Or the Kumakuras?
I feel the same way. But you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come. So wait until the right moment. Okay?
And so my life with Iris began. Raising a child was much harder than I expected.
Yeah?
Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her, Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep, and I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again.
Gosh darn it, Iris.
So I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed. After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all that, I cherished every single day.
Wow.
My hatred for those responsible never went away.
Huh.
But my hands were full, raising Iris.
That's fair.
I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
Mama, woof, woof.
Oh.
Mama, I'm wet. Sweepy, up. Mommy, I won race today.
Oh, right, she's a track
Is Mommy
star.
proud of me? Mommy, I want to see Milky Moon again.
You're up on the
Mommy,
stage.
you're so good at dancing.
She's just got a life to
Mommy,
live at this point.
pancakes are done.
Pancakes?
Sorry, I burned it a little.
Gosh darn it, Iris. Burning pancakes.
Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it. My body dances on its own. Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me?
Oh.
Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better?
When she broke her leg.
I want to dance again with everybody.
There's no hands on that clock. How do they know what time it is?
Hey, Mommy, do you like my shirt? Look, we're matching.
Oh.
Mommy, thank you for everything.
Oh.
I love you more than anything in the whole wide world.
Oh.
Mommy, look!
Oh.
I drew it!
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
The war.
That was so fun! We should do it again!
The food or the food fight?
Both.
Both!
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too!
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mommy.
Uh-oh.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it!
Oh.
I say go for it!
I would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised Monica that I would avenge her, but I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating. But there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan.
Interesting.
If we showed Monica's body to the police, So would be punished by the law. And the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But
yeah, but the Kumakuras are fine now.
Iris's secret would be uncovered as well.
Also true.
That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother. That's the real reason I've been silent for 18 years.
At this point, I think she's old enough to just be like, okay.
I didn't want to lose Iris. But...
the brain tumor?
fate can be cruel. God used other means to take Iris from me. In January, Iris suddenly collapsed.
As she does, classic Iris.
It was caused by a malignant tumor in her brain. There's nothing we can do. She only has a year to live at most. That's what the doctor said. If you remember me telling you.
I recall.
But what I didn't tell you is that there was an experimental new treatment. It was...
Was it this?
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses.
Ooh.
They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
Forgot all about that.
Nanomachines. Nanomachines could remove the tumor, but the procedure would be so expensive.
Well...
with my salary, it wasn't something I could afford. I thought hard about it. About how I could get my hands on that kind of money. But I couldn't think of a solution.
So that's why you went to
Time
So.
passed.
That's why you went to So. That's why she saw you with So
November. Iris's symptoms worsened. Her time was running out. I was starting to panic. I couldn't sit here and waste time while Iris... In any case, I had to get the money before it was too late. So I thought of a plan. A plan to blackmail So Tsujima.
Oh, gosh darn it. That's why we saw you two together.
Two days ago, on Saturday night, I called So and invited him to come to the warehouse.
You're the reason he went there.
He agreed to come. After I hinted at what happened 18 years ago, I had prepared everything, hiding behind the forklift until So came. When he finally arrived, he walked over to the workbench where I had laid Monica's body. He lifted the cloth and looked down.
Did not think that this was going to be how
He
it went
whimpered
down.
and stumbled back. Even he was fazed, seeing a body he thought he got rid of 18 years ago. Not to mention it was the body of a woman he was in a relationship with. A woman his own son killed. He reacted exactly as I expected he would. I had prepared a recording and sent it to his phone.
I know what happened 18 years ago. Everything.
Lamau. Alright, Zero.
I know who did it. it, and I know she had a baby inside her. You can probably guess what I'm going to say next. Be prepared to pay for my silence.
Yo.
I will tell you the exact amount later, and don't tell anyone about this. Not Saito, not the Kumakuras. If you do anything even remotely suspect, I will go to the press with the truth. Understand?
I told him to keep quiet and cut ties with the Kumakuras. Even if he found out who I was, without the Kumakura gang, he had no power over me. And there's no way he'd risk his political career.
Right.
Not to go after me. I saw So put his phone back into his pocket and run out of the warehouse.
Is that when we ran in?
I came out of my hiding place to put Monika's body back, but then something unexpected happened.
I waltzed in with my eyeball dead.
I saw you, Date. I hid behind the forklift before you saw me, and when you were done looking around...
I wonder if we could have looked at the forklift instead of the cloth.
It can't be. Iris.
It's good to know the truth behind that scene. I kind of just assumed that it was somebody else, but Hitomi did that. For blackmail for the money. We could probably perform that procedure. I was losing consciousness. I had felt fuzzy. Couldn't gather my thoughts, I didn't know what to say. Instead, Aiba did the talking. How?
Iris is not Hitomi's daughter.
Yes.
But Iris's father is Sosajima.
Yes.
Her mother, Monica Iwai, was killed 18 years ago by So's son, Saito.
Right.
However, Hitomi raised Iris since she was a baby.
Essentially her adoptive mother.
Hitomi showed unwavering love and compassion for her, just as much as her biological mother would have, if not more. Iris's tumor was discovered in January of this year.
What is today's date? I don't know what month we're in this game.
The only possible treatment was experimental nanotechnology. However, that treatment is restrictively expensive. Hitomi devised a plan to blackmail Sosajima for the money.
That's illegal.
The best way to establish the blackmail was to show him proof directly. That is why Hitomi created the scene with the corpse. She was the one who called So to the warehouse. On Sunday night, what Date saw was what Hitomi had prepared for So.
Right.
That is the summary of what we have learned so far. But there are some things I have yet to understand.
Like?
Date, pull yourself together. Ask her questions.
Sure.
Date, snap out of it.
Heard Aiba call for me and came too. Thank you for that exposition. Wait, where's Boss and Pewter? Loop back around. I guess I can't see them. Guess they're invisible. They've turned into John Cena. What's up? Did you tell Renju about blackmailing So?
No, I did not.
Isn't Renju also
All
rich?
this was my idea.
Why did...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, why did he do that?
I have no idea.
I know why. Continuing Saturday's events.
I probably don't have to ask, but let me just be sure.
Yeah, if you played this storyline, you would think that it's Rohan who's still alive.
After I left the warehouse, what did you do?
I put Monika's body back onto the hood of the forklift. Then I left.
So the original Cyclops killers are Rohan and Saito Sajima.
Makes sense.
That's why the police didn't see the body when they arrived on the scene.
And they suck at looking for things.
It makes perfect sense now that I have the facts. Iris did not resurrect. You simply mistook Monica for Iris.
Which is acceptable. I was like, the hair's
body
different.
did not disappear. Hitomi moved it. Those were the events at the warehouse Sunday night. Simple.
Simple.
There are still a few loose ends, but I believe I understand what occurred 18 years ago. However, none of this ties directly back to Shoko Nadami. Her murder was just 4 days ago. Is it connected? Or are these two separate cases?
If there is a connection, it would be with Renju and So. We can think about it later. More importantly,
I headed for the exit.
Wait,
Yeah, what about Hitomi? She's still here.
where are you going?
to look for Iris, of course.
But you have no idea where she is, right?
Do you know something?
Yes.
How do you know where she is?
At around 4 o'clock today, I received a phone call. I don't know who it was. They were using a voice modulator.
What did they say?
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies. That's why I didn't tell you earlier.
Renju.
We don't know that for certain.
Probably
It
Renju.
could be number 89.
Also
Either
here.
way,
Who is 89?
Iris is in danger right now.
I'm not asking who is 89. I know we're 89. Probably in Saito's body. Who is 89? Now. If the Cyclops killer is in Renju, and we're 89, who is this proxy? Maybe it's Shoko. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point. I was like, maybe Shoko. Maybe it is Shoko. Is it Shoko? That might make sense. I was gonna say wherever Shoko was, she had to be somewhere, so Shoko might be in 89. Then she switched with Renju. That might make sense. Shoko might be in 89. Listen to the rest of the story. But then how would she know all of the information that
The
I
voice
don't know
asked for
anymore?
something else. He told me to go to a specified location with you.
With me?
With me?
Yes.
The culprit knows me? It must be Renju. What location?
The abandoned factory? Is it?
I'm sorry, but this stops now.
Holy... What? What happened to Boss?
Date, run!
Boss!
Please, do not worry. I merely put her to sleep.
What are you doing?
My orders. They told us to halt our investigation.
Who?
The boss was already going against orders as it is, which is why...
Investigation? What investigation? Shoko or Iris?
Neither. The investigation of Monika's murder.
Oh.
Monica? But her case is all but completely solved.
Yes, but only to us, right?
Oh.
If we say nothing, then her investigation is ongoing.
So Tsujima.
Yep.
So threatened us, didn't he?
I don't know. But you've been stripped of your authority on this investigation.
Oh my god.
As of 5 minutes ago.
That's not too
In
long.
fact, you are to be placed under house arrest.
But I have to go somewhere.
What will you do, Date? I suggest you comply.
We can beat up Peter.
Iba, can you turn the power off?
Easily.
All right,
Easily.
get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, well, whoops. I did not mean to do that.
Now tell me.
I pressed the skip button. Oh, that sucks. I was low-key preparing for a quick time event, and I was like, let's go, and then I pressed the skip button. Well, as you saw, the power went out, and we tossed him into a locker.
Where is the location?
Abandoned factory? Abandoned factory?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
If I told you, you'd go alone, wouldn't you? But if I don't go with you...
And she dies.
All right, take me there.
I figured abandoned factory.
I know this place.
It's the chemical plant that closed 8 years ago.
I knew that. How did I know that? The corners of my mind were aching. We're doing shifting. We're shifters from freaking Zero Escape. Jeez Louise.
Date, I'm sorry, but this is going to be bad.
What happened?
Someone has begun to access my stored memory. They are attempting to wipe all the data. Everything I have accumulated over the last 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Including backups.
Pewter. Is Pewter doing this?
Most likely.
Almost definitely. He does have admin rights. I summoned some ice, but that will only buy time. I have 4 hours at the most. After my ice is broken, Pewter will be able to access Wadjet, my core programming. He would be able to destroy my mind.
Why?
It must be related to the orders they are receiving from the top. The higher-ups clearly see you as a threat, Dante. They are attempting to limit your power by removing you from the equation. I suppose their motivation hardly matters now. The most important thing now is finding Iris and bringing her to Abyss within 4 hours. Or else,
Kali Tamale.
I will cease to exist.
Date? What's wrong?
We have 4 hours.
Nothing. Just...
All right. Now you know. So get moving. I'm counting on you, Date.
4 hours. It's fine. That should be plenty of time. I grabbed my revolver and got moving. So we're starting to retain data from other timelines now. That's what's going on.
I'll go in first. You wait here.
I wonder if we went down here first, it would have been locked until we went down the other one. That would make more sense. Or it could be a variation of dialogue.
Is that...
Renju, probably. Oh, he's gone. He's been
Renju?
Who's done me? 89. Renju switched with 89. Interesting. Where am I supposed to go now? Locked. That sucks. What's... Oh, okay. I get it. Do I get it? So next episode, we're 100% going to do this route. I assume finishing this route will give us the unlock for this route. So next episode might be the last episode, depending on how long this is. Might be 2 more episodes, I don't know. Huh. What am I curious about? What am I curious about? What am I curious about? That's Iris. That's Oda. We synced with 89 where? It was in this route that's locked. It was here. So if the same, if we're just doing consciousness swaps or yoke swaps, I don't even really know what to call it. I've always been calling it a consciousness swap. Because it's not like a full mind swap, they're only swapping consciousnesses. The first swap happened when she went to the jail. Shoko went to the jail. She went to the jail, maybe fished out 89 somehow, some way. They made a swap. 89 had the Cyclops killer. Saito. Sejima. Yeah, that makes sense. That's it. And, okay, so the only reason that I was saying it's probably not Shoko, who's in 89 right now, well, not anymore. It kind of makes sense because she was like, I know who killed X, Y, and Z. When we got here, I was like, those aren't Shoko's memories. She wouldn't have memories of this place. But she would have memories of this place if they only swapped consciousnesses and didn't swap memories. So they've only been doing consciousness swaps. That makes a lot of sense. If they only did consciousness swaps, that would be why it seems so flawless, so seamless. Right? Because, like, we interacted with Iris here. And interacted with Iris here? No. Who was it this time? Sosajima? Oh, Sosajima was always a dirtbag. After Monica got killed. I'm not going to talk about So before that. The only Sosajima I know was a dirtbag. Did not think we would get another locked path. That's nuts. Let me look at this. So in this half, we only lost Renju and Shoko. But why? For revenge? Huh. I guess for revenge. That seems like a lame motive, though. Because it looks like no matter what, the goal is to get to Date. 100%. That's it, right? The goal is to get to Date. Over here... I don't know. yeah, over here there were just... what, 3 sinks to get to Date? Over this way... it was less. I mean, it was way more. We had to go through a bunch of people to get to boss to get to Date. But why do we want to get to Date? Switch bodies with Date? I don't know. I'll think about it. But that's all the time I have. Whew, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it got so good. But I think this game did a very good job of explaining, giving you kind of glimpses of what's going on. I feel like this one, from what I'm thinking, the end of this one is going to be like an exposition dump. I think. Well, to be frank, this one could be the exposition dump. Well, at this point, yeah, these are the only 2 points so far where it's been us, the original Cyclops killer who's Saito, which I'm pretty sure is correct. Pretty sure that's who's doing all these flip-flops. Those 2 people. Also, I played myself for a long time. I was like, it can't be, it can't be 89 because 89 still has his eye. But Oda, freaking Oda, that's what that was for. They specifically talked about dislocating eyes because of Oda, that's what it is. They're dislocating eyeballs. That's how you keep your eye. Why is he putting them on? I don't understand why he's doing all the extra stuff here. I have no idea, because he's a psychopath, that's why. That's all I can say. He didn't display any of his other crimes, though. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I think I got the basis of everything that's going on. Oh no, I'm stupid. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Oh. Alright, no, that makes a whole lot of sense. The only 2 lock paths are us, the Cyclops killer, and the Sync machine. This whole game is about him trying to get his body back. Because the original Cyclops killer, because what a computer told us in the left path, is that he couldn't feel any emotion? That's not it. It's was it adrenaline? Was it dopamine? It was some sort of chemical. He had some sort of chemical imbalance. He could only feel any sort of relief when he killed people. Maybe he still can't feel that relief, and that's why he wants his body back. That seems like it makes the most sense to me. Because so far, nothing in this game has been for no reason. Absolutely nothing. Even Oda's... Whenever they bring up a picture, that means it's important. That is what I've garnered from this game. So when they brought up that lone picture of an eyeball, I was like, that's weird. I'm gonna take a note on that. Okay. It is a clever game. It's a clever game, that's a clever game. Wants his body back, that's what it is. That's 100%, that's the goal. That's the end game. I should have seen that sooner. Alright, stay classy. Toodaloo, flight crew.